And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video, you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe.
What's up, YouTube viewers, subscribers, everybody? Welcome back to another banger video. And you guys already know what time it is. It's time to be motivated. Change your circle of friends. And the reason I say this is your friends can be an advantage and also a disadvantage depending on what you're doing and where you're going. Because there's a saying that say your friends show who you are. So, in order for you to make progress in your life, if you're trying to focus on something, you have to get rid of those friends that are holding your back. And notice I said holding your back because sometimes your friends are the main reason why you can't move forward. So sometimes you got to change your circle of friends. Well, whatever it is that you're doing, it's either you go be around somebody that's doing it, or somebody that's doing the same thing will find their way around you. Because in this world, whatever you do, the people around you, especially your friends, will show exactly who you are. So if you are a person that you want to work a 9 to 5 and all your friends are unemployed, what do you think is going to happen to you? You're not going to be motivated to want to get up and go get a job. No. Because you're literally walking past your friends every day, sitting down, being broke. And then in your head, you're going to contemplate over and over and over and over and over again. Why do I have this job? Do I need this job? So sometimes you got to change your friends, man, because like literally your friends are the reason, not the main reason why you are where you are. Because you got some friends that are willingly support you depending on whatever you're doing. Because friends will be around you, support you like mentally, just to help build you up, especially if they're interested in it. If they're not interested, then they will slowly remove themselves out of your life, which is fine. Because if you're doing something and you notice that your friends are slowly removing out of your life, that's because they're not interested in what you're doing and they feel like they're not needed. And especially if you're the type of person that you know how to push forward and you know how to come up with ideas, and then all of a sudden there's a shift with your friends, you notice that they literally stop hanging out as often, they stop calling you, they stop texting you often. That's God sometimes removing them in order for you to put you around the people that where you need to be. So if you are in the stage where your friends sort of taking their little time drifting away from you, don't worry about it. God is doing something with you. He's literally going to put you around the people that you should be. Keep pushing forward. Because what I understand is the more you try to be around like friends that are not on the same, not say level, but they're not on the same mission as you, eventually they will slowly remove themselves. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to fight with them. They have never been a misunderstanding. They literally just see within themselves that they don't stand a chance to be around you because you're aiming for something. And sometimes they can't go with you. Sometimes they're not interested. Like you can't force somebody to wanna be a part of your dream. You can't force them. So sometimes you gotta change. I'm not saying remove. Remove is different from change. So if it's a friend that you like talking to or whatever, your dream and your goal, you're gonna need different set of people. You notice I didn't say remove your friends, so I did not say cut them off. I said change your circle of friends. Because you got if you're the type that are clinging to like your broke friends or your friends that are not advancing forward, go if you want to be cling to them, go cling to them. But you're gonna want to be around different people that are like moving in the same direction as you. And eventually if you're around people that are moving in the same direction as you, eventually you're gonna lose all those friends. But I said change, don't roast me. So you need to change the change your circle of friends. If you're the smartest person in the room, there's a problem. If there's nobody in the room to challenge your intelligence, there is a problem. That simply means there are a bunch of bums around you. Because if you're the only creative person, the only talented person, then why are you having like 9 other friends around you? They're actually dead weight. Not to mention, whenever you're doing something and you call upon them, they don't respond. They don't want to be a part of what you're doing. That's why they don't respond. Or they keep on coming up with excuses to say, oh, I had this to do or I had that to do. That's all garbage. They have nothing to do. They just don't see where they stand in your life because you're pushing forward. And let me say this, the moment you figure out exactly who you are, and the moment you understand how this world works, and you know how to like tap into your own intelligence and make stuff move according to how you want it to go, you'll feel a shift in the air. The moment you start outgrowing your friends, you'll feel the shift in the air. You won't feel the shift with you, but like when you talk to your friends, you're gonna feel like they are like they didn't grow. You know what I mean? Because like if you're busy working on yourself, imagine if you went somewhere or you moved somewhere for over a year, and then what you used to do with your friends, like sit down in the corner, talk and laugh. Then after 1 year, you return to them and they're doing the same thing. You're gonna sit down and wonder why are they all doing this? How come they're not getting no money? That's proof and fact that you have now outgrown your friends. How much time has that happened to you? Where, especially if you go to school, and then there's like a summer break where it's like 3 months off from school. And then when you go to school again in September, then all of a sudden it's like your friends are still like they didn't mature mentally. Especially if you went and go get like a holiday job that you worked throughout the summer and learned to get paid. And then they were sitting at home playing game or making a fool of themselves. When you finally put yourself around them again, you're going to find out that they are not as bright as you. And sometimes that brings disappointment, especially if they're your friends, because you don't want to feel like you've grown more than them. But it's not, you're not the problem. They're the problem because they're willing to stay on the same level over and over and over again. And then eventually you will find different people to be around. You got to change your circle of friends. You have to change your circle of friends because, like I say, sometimes your friends are the reason you're held back because you want to go forward, but you can't go forward because of your friends. Then you know why? They always come with negative thoughts. If you want to go to if you want to go to the club, if you want to go have drinks, if you want to become a YouTuber, if you want to go become a model, if you want to become an Instagram model, if you want to become a social media influencer, if you want to become a business owner, there's always those type of friends. Oh, why you think you can do it? Oh, don't worry about that. We're just in your 20s. Don't do it. They're always coming with negative thoughts and shooting down exactly what you want to do as a person. Like it's okay to have friends, but the older you get, the more you're going to understand that each of us have our own individual lives and goals that we're aiming after. That's why when you're like 15, 16, where you like go to high school with your friends, and then as soon as you guys graduate, you notice you guys are shooting at different things, and then you guys can't hang out as much anymore. Because everyone has their different path to follow. The only ones that can sit down and hang out often are always the ones that are not working on themselves. So whatever it is that you got to do, you can't do it unless you change your circle of friends. You have to be around the people that are on the same mission as you. They're on the same road as you. Because what if there's something that you want to do, but you can't do it because your friends are holding you back. But which is if you go around a different set of people, then you're going to be even more motivated to make that step forward. You haven't made that step forward yet because of the friends you have around you. Because they're gonna be like, oh, you don't need to do it. Oh, you don't need to buy a new car. Oh, you don't need to buy your own house. Oh, you don't need to buy so much shoes. Oh, you don't need to buy this. Why is that their problem? That's not their problem. That's not their business. And then you want to do it, but you limit your own potential only because you're trying to satisfy your friends. No, no, don't do that. Do not live your life less so somebody else can feel more. If they want to feel like they're more, they need to put more effort in to be on the same level as you. Do not limit your potential. Do not slow down what you're doing just so they can feel like you're doing something. Don't you ever do that. Don't you ever do that. The moment you take off, if they're willing to want to be around you while you're focusing on your goal and your dreams and your career and trying to do something with your life, they need to put more effort in to catch up to you. I don't see the reason why you should slow down your process in order for them to catch up. Because while you were busy working on yourself, they were all sitting down in the corner or doing everything else. So in reality is, if they really want to be around you or be a part of what you're doing, they need to put more effort in. I refuse to believe that somebody that's literally understand their purpose in life, focusing on it and trying to get it. I refuse to believe that you should stop or slow down what you're doing just so somebody else can catch up to you. No, if they want to catch up to you, they need to put more effort in order to reach you. That's how I see it. Whether friendship or relationship, if you're doing, because remember, you can be in a relationship, you can be married, you can have a bunch of friends, but at the end of the day, what you do with your life, that's all that matters. Because wherever you are in life, it's going to only affect you. Because if you notice, if you're that friend with the money, all those other guys are sitting down. You're the one with the money. All of them are sitting down. As soon as there's like an event or something that you're trying to go, they're all trying to tag along. And they're going to pressure you. I don't know how people don't know that if everyone's like aiming after stuff and everyone is getting some money, it's easier for the whole group. You guys don't think if it's 10 people in a group, you don't think it's way easier if 10 of you guys are getting some money instead of 3 getting some money? And then the 7 is always like a dead weight. That's the main reason why ever since I've moved overseas, I don't really like want to be around a big group of friends, because I tend to realize that we're all focusing on different things and everybody have their own life to live. Which in fact, that's the way how it should be for you, because you have your own life to live. If your friends want to sit down, especially if you grew up with them and you have that bond where you sort of don't want to let them go, then you're limiting your own potential. And that's the main reason why you feel like you can't move forward. You may know it, and you may like argue back and forth with your friends every time you come up with a new idea, and they're always trying to shoot it down. Oh, what you think you can do that? Oh, you can't do that. Oh, why you want to start your YouTube channel? Oh, why you want to do singing? Oh, why you want to do dancing? How is that their business? They're shooting down what you want to do in order to keep you on the same level as them. But the moment you, not say cut off, but the moment you put yourself in like a trance where you're like brainstorming and you're strong mentally, where you can say, okay, they're not supporting me, but I'm gonna push forward regardless. They don't want to be a part of it, but I'm gonna push forward regardless. That's why they slowly remove themselves from you, because they can no longer control you. People don't like what they can't control. The moment they can't control you, they call you crazy. They will call you a bunch of other stuff because they can't control you and they can't manipulate you to work in their favor. Especially if you're aiming for higher heights, like you want to be wealthy. You don't want to get a 9 to 5 pay. You're aiming to like have multiple monies coming in, or a business owner or whatever, where you always got money coming in. You're gonna have them trying to shoot you down all the time. You have to change your circle of friends. They're the ones holding you back. I know you guys, like deep down, you know, but you don't want to say it. So that's why you keep arguing with your friends back and forth. Oh, let's go do this. Oh, why you want to do that all the time? Change that friends that don't want to do nothing with you, and go put yourself around the people that you would say, oh, let's make a YouTube video. Okay, we make 2 on yours and 2 on mine, so we're making 4. Put yourself around those positive people that are on the same road as you, that are doing the same thing as you. That way they don't have to shoot down what you're doing. That way if you come to them and you're like, okay, let's do this, they can say, okay, we do this for you and then we can do this for me. Or they can say, oh, don't do it that way, try doing it this way. But if you want to do it that way, then that's fine. Put yourself around the people that are not shooting down what you're doing, because trust me, friends are the main reason why a lot of people are still broke, still don't know who they are, still living beyond how they're supposed to be living, all because they're scared to make that step forward. oh, if I go chase my dreams and all my friend is gonna, I'm gonna be alone because all my friends they're not gonna want to be around me anymore. Who cares? You notice rich people only are around rich people. So if you chase after your dreams and all your broke friends decided that they want to stop hanging out with you, and then you're aiming to be rich, what do you think is gonna happen to you? When you get in some money, the more money you get, the more people you'll meet that's getting the same money as you. So eventually, when you keep pushing forward, like life has a funny way of doing stuff. Like whatever it is that you're doing, whether talent, whatever it is, you will come across people that are doing the same thing as you. It's either you're gonna reach out to them or they're gonna reach out to you. And I've tested that theory already. Do whatever it is that you want to do, you do it. If your friends are not in the same on the same level as you, sorry, mentally, and they decided that they don't want to go chase their dreams, they want to sit down and be broke, let them. Don't argue with them. Don't waste your energy on them. Do not fight with them. If you get up and you say, okay, I want to do this with myself, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Do whatever it is that you got to do for yourself, because if you make it or not, you are going to be affected by it. So if you're rich, you have your money, and then when you're rich, trust me, you're going to have rich people around you, rich friends around you. Because wherever you are in life, you, like, wherever someone is, they will attract however they are, whatever level they're at mentally. You notice millionaires only hang out with millionaires. Business owners only hang out with business owners. CEO only hang out with CEO. Crackheads only hang out with crackheads. People that drink only hang out with people that drink. People that smoke only hang out with people that smoke. YouTubers only hang out with YouTubers. Singers only hang out with singers. Rappers only hang out with rappers. Why? Because everyone is around whatever it is that they like doing. And all those rappers that you see or all those YouTubers that you see, people will literally reach out to you. Just keep doing whatever you're doing. If you have to be alone for a couple months or a year or years, keep doing it. It's better you be alone than you have a bunch of like people around you that are tearing you down that are supposed to be your friend. And they like your friends are literally the ones holding you back. And you know it. That's why you keep on arguing with them. How much times have you, if you're that friend that you got a job, how much time have you argued with your friends that are unemployed? If you're that friend that you're in university and you're trying to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, or whatever it is, how much, and your friends are sitting down, they don't want to go to school, they don't want to work. How much times have you argued with them to do so? If you're a person that you're in a trade school, like mechanic, welding, those kind of stuff, and your friends are unemployed or they're not having another job, how much time have you argued with them? That's because you're growing and you can't, like, subconsciously you can't stand to see that you're growing and they're still on the same level, and you can't stand to see. That's why you argue with them, because you want them to start working or start working on themselves or going to school or getting some money, just so you can feel better in yourself that you don't have to cut them off and leave them behind. You may not think it like that, but that's the reason why you're arguing with them. And then you will probably say to yourself, oh, I'm the only one working. Why don't these guys want to work? Because you're moving forward. And deep down, you can't stand to see they're unemployed. You used to be unemployed and it wasn't bothering you. But the moment you get up and you start charging forward and you start working on yourself and you're aiming to be somebody better than how you were, you can't stand to see your friends like that. That's why you are the one that's always arguing with them. If you want to be a YouTuber and all your friends, oh, I don't want to be on no camera. How much times have you argued with them? That's because you want to do it. You want to make the step forward. But the only reason why you haven't made the step forward because of your friends. But if you change your circle of friends, you won't have to put up with all that nonsense. You ever notice when you go to school and then every year we go in a different grade? You ever notice when, if you have a best friend in 7th grade and then in 8th grade you guys are not in the same class? You ever notice that you guys have different best friends? That's because you're around different people. And then if ninth grade you guys are not in the same class, then you guys may walk through the hall and acquaintance, hey, hey. And then by 10th grade you guys are not in the same class, and you literally walk right past like you don't even know each other. That's because you're around different friends. How much times have you guys met someone in school that it's so awesome that you don't even want to go to the next grade because you're scared of you guys not being in the same class together because it won't be the same. But if you guys do end up going in the same class or end up going to the same college, then you're both happy. But the moment you, especially if you graduated and you guys are going to university, and you and your best friend or you and your boyfriend or girlfriend didn't get in the same college and you guys wanted to go to the same college, it hurts because you wanted them there, because you know for a fact you're going to drift apart. Subconsciously, that's in your mind. That's why it hurts when you know they can't come with you, but you have to push forward. It hurts. And then when you go to a college that your friend or boyfriend or girlfriend can't come, then you'll eventually meet people that's in the same college as you because they're smart as you just the same. That's why you guys are in the same college. And then over time, you'll meet somebody new. That's how this world works. You have to change your circle of friends in order for you to move forward. You can't move forward if you don't change your circle of friends. If you want to hang out with them, then that's fine. But remember, you have your life to live. And you have the potential. If you're a person that's driven by talent or intelligence or skills, because everyone is driven in their own unique way. So however it is that you're driven, if your friends don't want to come, then you have to leave them behind. Like, don't get me wrong, it's really good. It's amazing when you have friends that are on the same road as you. Like, they will support whatever it is that you're doing, and they also got their life to live. That's awesome. But not everyone is lucky as that. Not everyone have that sheer luck to say, oh, I want to become a YouTuber and all my friends, they are being a part of what I'm doing, and they also got their own life to live. They're also working and they're getting money. That group of friends is awesome. But it's maybe 2 or 3 times out of 10 somebody can have those type of friends. Or the only reason it's like that's because everybody wanted the dream. You have to change your circle of friends. Like I said, your friends are the one holding you back, and deep down you know it. Because every time you try to make that step forward, you're always arguing with your friends. So you know. Why you're acting like you don't know? You know. You just don't want to leave them behind. And so in order for you to not leave them behind, you limit your own potential. You want to become something, but you can't become it because you're busy. You don't want to let them go and you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you limit your own potential just to stay unemployed and broke with them. No, 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 no. You have to be mentally strong. Because if you got a group of friends and you can't walk past them every day and go to your job, if they are willing, they watch you go to work. And you don't think they sat down and say, oh, he's working or she's working, let me go see if I can get a job. You don't think that crossed their mind? They just don't care because they don't want to do it. And the moment you start moving forward, that's when you and your friends start arguing because you're now growing and you're arguing with them so they can put their lives together and start growing as you. But they're arguing with you because they want to stay on the same level, and you're arguing with them because you want them on the same level as you. That's why you always argue with them and tell them to, oh, so why are you always doing that? You always see your time. I got a job, go get a job. That's where all that come from. You may not know it until I said it, but that's why you're arguing. You're not arguing with them because they are unemployed or they're not doing anything. You're arguing with them because you want them on the same level as you. And they're arguing back because they don't want to do it. And they want you to devalue yourself to be with them. So you may sit down and think you're arguing about life, goals, dreams, and everything, but you're only arguing because you want them on the same level as you. Now you know why you're arguing with them, and now you know why they're arguing with you. So if you're the type of friend that are like, you don't want to do anything with yourself, then that's why you're arguing with your friend that are doing something for themselves, because you don't want them to move forward and leave you behind. And then for you guys that are moving forward and arguing with your friends that are sitting down, you're arguing with them because you want them on the same level as you. That's why you're arguing with them. So if you didn't know until now you know. You have to change your circle of friends. You have to, if it means being alone until you're around the right people, then you do it. Change your circle of friends. Your friends are the main reason you are where you are, and your friends will show who you are. If all your friends are broke, they're going to look at you if you're broke. If all your friends are crackhead, they're going to look at you like you're a crackhead. If all your friends are thieves, then the moment you walk in the store, they're going to look at you like you're a thief. That's how it is. Your friends show who you are because people put themselves around stuff that they like. So if you're around crackheads, then you're a crackhead yourself. And then you probably say, oh, I don't do that. It's just them. But it's only a matter of time. Same for females. Oh, I'm innocent. My friends sleep around. It's only a matter of time before that friend starts sleeping around. People are put themselves around stuff that they like, stuff that they enjoy. Because you're not going to see a person work in an office that never drink and never smoke. You will never see them on the corner with 5 other guys that are smoking, and they're gonna tell you, "Oh, I wasn't smoking. I was just talking to them." Nope, you will never see that. You may see them in the sports bar, you may see them in the club, but you will never see them on the corner. And if you see them in the sports bar, that's because somebody else that worked at the office with them or on the same level as them was at the sports bar. So people are driven towards things that they're interested in. You have to change your circle of friends. They're the ones holding you back. If you didn't know now, then now you know. I hope this video was useful for some of you guys. Hope you enjoy. Hope you learned something. So there you guys have it. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.